What's that?
I've got something for you.
You're gonna love my nuts. Why?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the latest episode of Game Breaker Sports Podcast. As always, your boy TK in the house. And if you're watching, you know I'm not alone. I got the face that runs the space around here. What is good, Streetz? How you feeling tonight, brother?
Good, feeling good. 2 weeks in a row we did it, so that's nice.
That is nice. That is nice, dude. And it's 2 weeks in a
That's
row.
called that's a streak, right? Kind of.
I don't think so. I think you
yet?
need to. I think three is a streak. I think if
Three's
we
a
can hit three, yeah,
Okay.
three is a streak for sure. And it will be a streak for sure. And it's 2 weeks in a row with our boy, man, Mike Dogg, back in the building. What is good, brother? How you feeling tonight?
What's up, boys? Happy to be here 2 weeks in a row. Might be our longest streak ever.
I think it is. I think maybe like you can find some real old stuff from you and I, like maybe 12 years ago or something that we hit. Like maybe not 2 weeks in a row though. No, I don't think so. I think the
We
three
did it
of us.
before it was called podcasts.
We did. We were ahead of the game.
Shooting the
If only
shit.
we knew. Yeah. 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 Anyways, positive thoughts. Good vibe. So anyways, great to be back with you guys. Thank you guys all for tuning in. We had a hell of a show last week. Thank you guys, everyone who tuned into that. As far as some quick housekeeping goes, if you're watching this live, please like the video. Please subscribe to the network. This is one of 3 shows tonight. We got this show going on right now. On this show, we're going to do our 2025 NFL futures draft. So stoked about that. And we're going to, of course, discuss the Bears draft as well. But right after this, we have the AEW Dynamite watch party. And then after that, the Get Yo podcast. So 3 shows live tonight. Feeling real good what's going on. Circle of Debate tonight. But other than that, we're coming off the NFL draft. It was a fun weekend. Not quite what I was expecting. I'll go ahead. I'll throw the Bears draft pick. Well, I'll wait a second. Was there anything like NFL draft wise you guys want to talk about that's not the Bears before we get into the Bears? Streets, I'll start with you. We'll swing it to Mike, and we'll go from there. You're on mute, Streets.
Sorry, I was trying to do something. What'd you ask? I didn't even hear it.
Oh no,
I was
you're.
trying to get something working. So.
Oh no, you're good. You and your videos. No, all I said was as far as the NFL draft goes, before we get into the Bears, was there anything that stood out to you? Any like big shit, major shocks, surprises?
Well, I mean, the elephant in the room is Shadur Sanders, right? Isn't that like projected first round pick, then projected second round pick, slides all the way to the 5th round? Mel Kiper Jr. was going to have a brain aneurysm on ESPN as this all unfolded. Like, that's probably the biggest bizarre moment. But otherwise, I don't not like very running back heavy. We noticed that running backs taken every round. Otherwise, there's not a whole lot of surprises to me. I think Shadur might be the only big one.
It was pretty massive. Pretty massive. What about you, Mike Dog?
Surprised the Bears. The surprise that my own Bears did not grab an edge rusher. That's kind of surprised me. Not one. Not a long shot guy. Nothing. Just didn't want one. Besides that, though, I mean, Shadur. I'll say this for Shadur. Yeah, probably had, some red flags leading up to the draft and stuff like that. But is this best case scenario for him? Now you got a super motivated Shadur. Maybe he was getting dapped up too much, getting retired at Colorado for no apparent reason and stuff like that. And I like Shador, I do, but this could be good for him. I mean, disrespect is what sometimes it takes for you to get motivated. And I think, all things considered, I think Shador, being one of 17 quarterbacks there in Cleveland, is going to have a time to shine. And they got 5 quarterbacks right now? 5.
If you have 5 quarterbacks, do you have 1 quarterback though? I mean, isn't that like isn't that the ultimate question?
If you got 2, you got none. But if you have 5, I think you got 1.5 there somewhere.
Maybe you got to think so. Yeah, Shador dropping was a major surprise. There was a lot of rumors that were going around as to why he was dropping, like that he was tanking interviews. The Giants interview with Dable, I guess him and Dable got into an altercation. I don't know, like that goes around the league maybe, but 5 rounds. I felt like Mel Kiper too. I was like, what did this kid do to drop 5 rounds? Now you say it might be best case scenario for Shador, sure, but for his pocketbook, I don't think so.
I'll also say this: when there's that much smoke, there has to be a little fire. I mean, even him and Pop said it. I know this is a tweet from Pop said it a couple years ago that we're gonna do the Eli Manning thing. Maybe it was said in jest, maybe it wasn't. But I mean, also here's one of my buddies told me this, and I take it with a grain of salt. But do you want to be the guy who drafts Shador and has Dion as your replacement waiting on deck? Because if you get in hot water, they're gonna be like, "Oh, we got a guy," right? That doesn't. I mean,
that's a good call.
Maybe you're not pushing for that guy at least, right?
Yeah, no, that's a good call. I didn't really think about that.
Did he botch it? Did he go into some of these interviews because he just didn't want to go there, and maybe rub himself off the run, like trying to be a dick?
You're not your dad.
No,
it's true.
No, I mean,
like backfires, but because especially we know the NFL, everyone will collude together. Like that's just the one thing all the owners will do. Seen it numerous times. So
there had to be collusion in this case, right? There had to be. There's no way that he just drops to the 5th round, dude, without any sort of ownership collusion or GM.
I don't. believe in collusion. These guys would. I mean, they hire. I mean, Ray Lewis is now beloved in this league, and he was involved with murders. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you could win me ball games, I don't give a shit. And I do believe that there's a gamesmanship and wanting to be the guy that gave him a chance. And if it was collusion, they weren't just be like, "Hey, after the 5th, it's free game." Then, if it was collusion, you're just done. I just feel like you're out. I don't believe in collusion. I think that's a far-fetched idea that these guys are all just like, I know a guy we could shit on. It's not like he wasn't drafted, and then they signed his brother as an undrafted guy. It wasn't like, and his guy's a Hall of Famer to your league. Like, it's not like, come on. It just seems like a real, wow.
He's going to play this year. I think
he's going to start this year for them. I think he's their number. He's got to be there. Well, maybe Flacco starts, and then Shador ends up, maybe week 4 or something? Week 5? Like, how long? I mean, Flacco fell off big time. I mean, maybe that Browns magic fell off big time last year. He looked like shit with the Colts almost every game. He's going to look like shit this year, you got to think. So, I mean, how long? Shador's going to be the one. You got Pickett. Dylan Gabriel got drafted. Why draft Dylan Gabriel and then draft Shador 2 rounds later? That's a little crazy to me.
Also, Stefanski's a good guy. I feel like what I'm saying, all things considered, Shador going to – I like Stefanski. Like, I understand he was on a little hot seat a little bit last year, which I thought was ridiculous. I think Stefanski's a really good coach. And I think, yeah, I would have taken him in a heartbeat if we didn't get it, go BJ.
Go BJ. They've put it on his shirt. Go BJ, baby.
I love BJ.
Yes. All right, what's up? Let's get to the comments really quick. Jordan, thanks for tuning in, bro. Appreciate you. Justin, what's good, bro? Thank you for being in the chat. Poppy, you did great on that watch along with Streetz and Dom. You guys banger ass job last Thursday. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being here, bro. Yeah, man. Go Bears as always. I go Niners for you, but not quite over here. But you guys want to get into the Bears draft, and then we'll get into the futures draft.
Sure.
All right. So So this is the draft, and we also got the kid out of Rutgers, 7th round running back there. Poles was active. I mean, he moved around. The only pick that he took that was his pick going into the draft were the first two. Everything else, he moved around. So, I mean, overall thoughts on the draft itself. Mike Dogg, we can start with you, and we'll swing it around.
I really thought that they rallied well. I feel like there was a couple runs on running back where they wanted to go running back. I think every Bears fan I know talked about Trevion Henderson, and he was going to be the guy, and he got taken right before they got snaked on that. And I like that you rallied and went LB3 Burden. I think getting best player available, and he's a weapon. He was a steal. He had late first round talent. I think so. I like that we did that. Like I said, I really wish we would have got an edge, but I also like that we had some guys that we liked, and then if they weren't there, we weren't going to reach for a positional need. We were going to get some talent. That's how you build depth, is just grabbing talented guys. And I think our draft is pretty solid.
You're not alone. I saw like 5 of the major syndicates. I'll give the Bears either an A minus, or a B plus. So everyone seems to be loving the draft afterwards. Streetz, what were your thoughts during the draft, after the draft, now that you've had some time to sit on it?
Usually usually a good thing to do is move back, acquire more, just keep acquiring more picks, more capital, more ammo. That's how you do things like trade, for instance, whether it's usually not in season, but next off season, and you get, like we did, we got our pick back, right? That 4th round pick now. So like, it's good to acquire capital, acquire more ammo so you can do more things. I'm happy we did not move up to get Ashton Jancy now that it's all over with and the dust has settled. That is like, I think we all stomached it as Bears fans. We got ourselves so ready for this to happen. And we were like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm going to get that Jancy jersey Friday and I'll be wearing it on Saturday. Like, let's all in. But now that it's over, I'm happy that we did not trade up to do that. I think, yeah, like Luther Burden, I was on the draft watch along. Thank you, Dom. Thank you, Ivan, by the way, for joining me. Steven, Chef, and there was one more. I don't know who else. But anyways, awesome time. It was a blast. But we were in the 1st round, and I'm going, where is Luther? What? As teams were taking wide receivers, once you get past Tet and once you get past Travis Hunter, to me, it was a slam dunk. He was Luther Burden. A year ago, he was a top 5 pick. That's how good he was. I know, down year, the offense is a little worse, and now there's some immaturity issues. He's young. I get it. That he did not interview well, and that's probably what knocked him back. Someone's tracking interview scores, which is like, I don't even know how you do this, but there's interview scores now every year. Ladd McConkey, for instance, last year interviewed like shit, and he fell to the 2nd round. And they're noticing a trend for these guys that don't interview well are getting bumped down this draft a little bit. I'm not a scout. I'm not a GM. I'm not going to pretend to be. I'm not going to tell you that I am. I'm not smarter than them. I'm not anything than them. But I do know that NFL GMs will overthink things a lot. You ever seen Draft Day? Anybody ever seen the movie? Have you guys seen it?
Yes.
Okay. Kind of corny, kind of cheesy. No one went to his birthday party. So stuff like that, though, they overthink things. GMs do. And I think Luther Burden slipped. And he slipped right into the Chicago Bears' lap, and got a lot of mouths to feed. But wow, I think we're gonna look back in 3 years and go, "Holy crap!" Literally, like that's Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's who that is. And I think Bears fans are going to be so ecstatic in 2 years watching this guy play. He is a firecracker when you put the ball in his hand. Like, that's why he was my number 3 wide receiver. So that was a steal for me. Colston Loveland, I always had him as the best tight end in this class. I never understood the Warren hype. So yeah, 2 knockout picks there. I don't know. Shamar Turner looks violent as could possibly be. Seems like a perfect Bears player. Throw him on that defensive line. Ozzie, the offensive lineman, looks big. They got a type, big. But the rest of these guys, I don't know. But it looks like they did okay. I like the positions they kind of attack. I do know that they wanted Travion Henderson. That is, like, everybody's reported it now. Once that didn't happen, they tried to get ahead of New England, by the way, in that second round. They did. So he was trying to work the phones, but he just couldn't. Then they didn't get Travion, and I think they just punted running back, which is probably the smart thing to do. I'm laughing, though, because all Bears fans are so pissed off that they didn't get a running back. Of all positions to be angry about, that's the least position you should be angry about is running back. Like, you'll figure it out. As long as your offense is, like, your line improves and your offense is moving, they'll find someone to give you 4 yards of carry back there. But I thought the draft was pretty good.
Have you ever looked back at any Bears drafts and 3 years later and thought, hit it out of the park? I just want to know if this is going to be your first time, or have you done this before? I just want to know.
No, I don't. I feel like every year I like it.
Yeah, this is Bears hype season, baby.
This is definitely part of winning the offseason. We won free agency, top 10 draft for sure. I'm
Pulse, you know what though? When you look back, he just sucks in the third round. He's actually done okay first 2 rounds, and like he's found some gems in the later rounds too. So it's really that third round that he's just been awful at. But he isn't overall. Maybe I thought he was doing horrible, and then when you start looking at all his drafts, it's like, he's the only one who's like signed his first 2. Like he's not as bad as I thought.
95% of his first and second rounders are still on the team.
Like if you get half of your draft just on your team for long term, that's amazing when it's all said and done. So
I guess he's only been here for 3 years though, so I mean, I'd hope his first and second rounders would still be on the team. Yeah, I mean,
we got one guy extended.
I mean, Velas fucking Jones is gone, so I mean, all right, I digress. But I think the draft is solid. I was sitting there, I got sold on Genty for a little bit. I was fine when we didn't take him. I didn't want to trade up, so I didn't want to lose 39 or 41. And if that's what trading up to get him cost, I didn't want to do it. So I was fine with that. I was pretty salty in the second round though when we didn't go up and get Henderson. He was right fucking there, man. I knew New England was gonna take him too. I was sitting there, and I was like, man, New England's gonna take this fucking guy right now. I just got this bad feeling, and it was bang, and I was like, man, all right, we'll get someone else. Maybe we'll get like a Caleb Johnson or something like that. But there's no running back, nothing. And
they were in the worst spot of like beating the Packers cost them a running back. That's basically what happened.
I mean, you could have. I saw. You know, the same thing that you saw today. That we did try to trade up to get ahead of New England to get Henderson. But yes, it was just a kick in the dick knowing that Judkins was right there and Henderson was right there, and you know we weren't able to get either. Going into day 2, we were like, oh man, they're both right there. Like we got 39 and 41. Figure out a way to get one of those guys. Like you land one of those guys. That's what you do. It didn't happen. It is what it is. The Loveland pick, I wasn't huge on it at first, but the more and more I've been sold on it since you know when they were saying, I mean, you're comparing them to Hall of Famers here. They're saying their play style. Tyler Warren plays more like Gronk, where he's going to catch 4 balls for 20 yards. And they're all going to be big and violent plays. And this kid, Colson Loveland, they're saying is more like Travis Kelce, where he can go catch 8 balls for 120 yards and go do the thing across the field. So, I mean, obviously those are 2 of the best tight ends of all time. So if Loveland can just be an all-pro tight end, that would be awesome. But I'm not hating it. I'm not hating it at all. With everything Streetz just said about Burden, the kid seems like an exciting player. The thought about Rome and Burden, Loveland down the road with Caleb, that's very exciting. Like that's a very formidable offensive group right there.
I saw what you shared yesterday, by the way. I just want to, before you leave Burden one last time, I just want to, before we forget, because I saw this post from Marcus Mosher, fantasy guy, yesterday about Burden, and you shared it today. I don't know if Mike had saw it yet. So real quick, you know, every SEC wide receiver to post 1,200 yards in their freshman or sophomore seasons. Do you know who they are?
Ooh.
It's like I saw it. I shared it. I remember it was like Chase, Alshon Jeffrey,
Mike
AJ
Evans,
Brown,
AJ
Mike
Brown.
Evans. Yeah. And
Jerry Jeudy and now Luther Burden.
Luther Burden.
So,
it's pretty fucking good company to be in right there.
Alshon, baby.
Man. But yeah, so you have Rome with Burden,
Loveland,
and we're not even talking about the veterans and DJ Moore, Cole Kmet. This offense is loaded. But then, then you go in at Ozzie to the offensive line. You got the kid we drafted in the 3rd round out of Yale last year. So I still think that we can develop him. Even the guy from Michigan State that we drafted late in the draft, I think he could be that swing guy that we need. He can play inside or outside. So that's decent depth right there. You said it. Turner looks violent. I love the linebacker from Maryland. I don't think he's going to be a starter, but special teams is very important. So that kid could be a hardcore, serious special teamer. And then same with Za Frazier right there. You got 2 good special team options right there. Solid draft. Real productive offseason for the Bears. I still would expect them probably to add another running back. Nick Chubb is on the radar from all the rumors. I don't particularly want Nick Chubb. I think we're probably fine with what we have right now. But yeah, and plus maybe someone will get cut. You never know.
They're gonna add someone. They have to add to that room. Nick Chubb looks great working out. Much different animal though when you got to get on a field and run again. So that's where we'll see if there's anything left in the tank. They all look great when they're working out. You know what it is. We're in the off season, so you know what that means. We're in the best shape of life season is what we're in right now. So let me tell you, as a Chicago fan, as a White Sox Bears fan, best shape of season. Best shape of life season usually amounts to nothing. So.
Yeah.
Oh, you couldn't before we possibly though look for like there might be trades by the time we hit the June part of this. There could be a few trades too for running backs as we get moving here. Seattle's the one team to look out for. That's the big one right now. That's a huge rumor. Kenneth Walker might be moved.
You were in my head. I was thinking, what about Charbs, dude?
I think he's cheaper, and I think that's because they're kind of going that direction. I don't know if we'll see. One of the two, depending on what they get back for either, probably would be how they move that.
Kenneth Walker. Yeah, that would be interesting. And what does
always
that cost? A 3rd round pick?
Maybe that. No, I don't know. 3rd or 4th.
Yeah.
Kind of always banged up. That's my guess.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think it would cost much. Especially when if you get these guys.
I thought a 3rd sounded rich for a running back.
That's why I think 4th. The 4th we got from the Rams could be exactly what they used to go get one then.
So what does Breece Hall cost then? Is he a 2nd or a 3rd?
No, I would think he's also 3rd at most. I'd say 4th there too, because you got to pay him then. So then you got to trade to get him, and then you have to pay him, which is why not a lot of teams are going to be in that running.
We don't have the money right now. We only have 11 mil cap space.
This next year they have
backloaded, I guess.
Yeah, so because next year it'll clear up a little bit more again, and I think you want. Oh man, do I say this? I don't. It's not a hot take, but like it's not what I think. Was Ben Johnson talking to DJ Moore at their post-draft press conference though? When he said like, no block, no rock, the depth chart's even. There is no depth chart. We're gonna earn that right now. Because to this day, I still laugh because the one guy who breaks down tape, QB School, he's a great follow on Twitter. Every week he goes through quarterbacks, and because it was Caleb Williams, he was highlighted every week. And it felt like every single week he would be breaking down plays, and all you heard him say is like, what the fuck is DJ Moore doing out there? Like this guy, he kept week 2, he was done. He mailed it in. Unless he was getting the ball, he wanted nothing to do out there. So I wonder if that's who kind of he was directing that to.
I loved DJ 2 years ago. Last year I said it. I loved him in Carolina too, but last year I said it over and over again. I said, this guy's a fucking bitch, dude. I said, I can't. He got paid and he's just going to sit here and fucking sulk. Get some fucking chemistry with your quarterback, man. He pissed me off a lot of times on Sundays, man.
And he's awesome. Super, awesome. Great wide receiver too. So I'm not saying he's dead in the water, but that was probably, like you said, turn up the dial, light the fire under him. But you just said $11 million in cap. If they do, as things start getting more expensive, he's expensive. They have Loveland, Burden, Rome, rookie contracts, 22 years old. If one has to go, it's going to be DJ in a year or two anyways. That's just the economics and business of the game too. So
I dig it. Super Bears, Super Bowl. Super Bears, Super Bowl. Or 12 wins, right? I mean, 12 wins, 13 wins, 14 wins, 15 wins, 1 Super Bowl, 2 Super Bowls.
I mean, who are we going to lose to? That's I think we're at the point now where you can look up and down the schedule and be like, it's tough to find the loss there.
This is where the Bears take the North and never give it back.
I can see it. I could see us winning the division this year. I really do. I think Detroit's going to fall off significantly. I mean, what were they, 14-3 last year? I was saying, all right, so a significant fall off is 11, 12 wins. All right. So I think they fall to 11 or 12 wins. I think the Bears can get 11 or 12 wins and win the division. We can definitely beat Detroit. We should have beat Detroit both times we played them last year.
Everybody watching us right now.
You're crazy.
That's okay. Listen, don't get on my soapbox and get on here and tell you how to be a fan. If you can't ever be happy, if you're always a miserable cunt, don't even bother. Don't even fucking bother. I always say my best time of being a Bears fan is April till September. And I'm going to use that time. What are we in right now? Fucking April. Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
One
and you
day
know
we
what
will
else?
take the North, and we won't give it back for a long time. So it will happen eventually.
I
If it's
believe
not,
Why
if
not
it's
now?
not this year, it'll be
It's
next
next.
year. I
Oh,
guarantee
100%.
it. I said last year when we drafted Caleb Williams, he will take us to a Super Bowl within 4 years max, win it 5 years max. We are still on that same trajectory, maybe sooner, getting Ben Johnson and this loaded offensive line, all these playmakers. The defense looks fucking good. Oh, I'm feeling Super Bears.
Best quarterback in the division.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not one quarterback I think that comes close to who you take, in the division at least. I mean, I don't like
And-
Jordan Love that much. I mean, I do like Jordan Love. I don't think he's that great. Goff for you when you need him most, so.
And he's
And I
still the
like
best
Jared
rookie.
Goff, too.
He's the best rookie quarterback. Fuck Jaden Daniels. Fuck Drake May. Fuck
I
Bo
like
Nix.
Jaden Daniels a whole
I think
bunch,
they're
but
all
I think
real-
Caleb Williams is better. But
Thank
I
you.
like Jaden.
I like Jaden too. I like Bo and I like Drake, but Caleb's better. And if we had a redraft last year's draft, we're taking Caleb still first. I think most
That's it.
teams are.
And that's the thing about it. People were like acting like it was a debate. They tried to make it a debate to build up things for the draft, but it had been Caleb for 2 straight years. If it was 2 straight years, it would have been Caleb Williams #1. There's no argument about it. If the Redskins, excuse me, the R words, if the R words had the #1 pick, they were taking Caleb too. He was the consensus.
He's
You
their
try to build
hometown guy on top of it. Of course he was gonna go there.
Dude.
The fuck? Come on, give me a break, dude.
Listen,
Mike,
what was more
take
likely to
it
happen,
easy.
right? What was? I know we're gonna.
They have a winning
Hold on.
record. Yeah, right. No shit.
We don't need.
Thanks for tuning in, Mike. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Mike. What was more likely to which scenario was most likely to happen, right? Let's say it flip-flops. Were the Redskins more likely to repeat and make the NFC title game with Caleb Williams? Or were the Bears more likely to make the playoffs with Jaden Daniels?
Caleb Williams. Either
That's it.
quarterback
There you go.
in that situation was going to
So-
be set up for success.
There you go. So I
with
love it.
fucking Floozy.
That's
Stop
boom.
it.
That's why I don't know why people keep saying this stuff. Like, good Lord, I'm glad everybody loves Jaden, and he was phenomenal last year. We don't know how mentally tough he is because there was no adversity. The Bears might have broken him last season based on the dysfunction and everything that took place there. This is why I always keep telling. There's no such thing as paper champs either. On paper, yeah, the best situation. No. Paper champs never comes into fruition.
Could you just imagine the coaching malpractice last year and Jaden Daniels' mom stepping in for him and talking shit at like a presser? Step aside.
It would have been bad.
This
Oh,
coaching
man.
malpractice needs to be stopped.
It was bad. Oh man. What's up, Howie? Thanks for tuning in. Bears left a lot of value on the draft board. Okay.
Where? I mean, because I think we went best available I think we reached on the linebacker. Not many people had him valued that high or anything, but yeah, that was a reach. You're right. That was pretty high. I think like last year we took the punter in the 4th round.
Love the
like
punter.
the
He's the
punter.
best. He's the best player on our team.
I like the punter, but at
Alright.
4th round, I feel like there's so much talent on the board to grab punters and special team linebackers that no one wasn't going to draft in the next 3 rounds, regardless.
The next Brendan
Best on our
Iambadejo.
damn
All right.
team.
Hell no. To the no, no, no.
No.
Oh, shit.
Punter was a bad pick. That was probably a bad pick.
Punter was not a bad pick, but
That's
I
a
don't
bad
have I don't have
I
all
like
day
the
to
pick.
deep dive.
I
into
like the
it, all right?
punter, but looking
Yeah,
back
me
at
too.
where they took him is what I'm
Yeah,
referring
that's
to.
it. I love him.
No, you're Nipplemania, Poppy. You're Nipplemania. Tory Taylor. I like Tory Taylor. Old school philosophy. Once you get your kid quarterback, go defense majority. I think
We
the
got a
defense.
defense, though.
We got a defense, right? We got a defense. That's what we were saying last week. You just go BPA all over the place because
Loaded secondary. I'm going to say maybe best secondary in the league this year with Dennis Allen. Oh, man.
I'm
Watch
gonna
out
say
for us.
edge. But watch out. But Dale. That's the.
Dale.
And
They
they're
view
saying
him
that
as
my
edge.
guy Dexter might be playing some outside edge too, dude. And now that you got Shamar there, Dexter, you got Jared on the inside with Billings, you got Sweat on
Booker.
the outside, Deo, Booker, yo,
They really like Austin Booker still. I mean, like that's don't
coach him up, all right.
in value. It's tough because when we say they left value on the board, it's always subjective to like our boards or what we read, right?
How he says 3 Pro Bowlers right there. That's who you would have taken. All right.
But
Well,
see,
you know
but
that's actually
they
that's no,
all
you know what
fell.
that's a great segue though. All right, that's a
It
great segue into what we're going to do the rest of the show here. All right, we can do this all night, but we got about 40 minutes, 45 minutes to squeeze in our 2025 NFL futures draft, and I'm fucking stoked about this. All right, if you guys aren't familiar, what we do is this. All right, we are going to draft the rookies that were just taken. We each are going to take 8 players. All right. 4 can be first rounders, 2 have to be second round or beyond, 2 have to be third round or beyond, and 2 of those guys, it doesn't matter which guys, must be defensive players. So Streetz, I believe, is about to do a 100-yard dash between the 3 of us. Is that correct for draft order?
Yeah, let's see if I can. I'm trying to share the screen here.
Jake Wilson, BPA. Inside linebacker. Oh, offensive lineman. Yeah, I don't even know if I want first, second, or third here. I don't know. I don't know that there's a lot of value in having the first pick here, to be honest with you. I think having 3 and 4 might be the better spot.
Too late. You beat me in a race.
Let's see. Not working. Hold on. Oh, that one maybe.
So we scored ourselves. It's pretty obvious after like 3-4 years, or 4 or 5 years, who the better players are going to be. Like the first one we did.
If you get Andrew Luck and Luke Kuechly, you're probably going to win that draft.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, we've had some doozies over the years, man.
No one here did that though.
No, this guy did. That's right. That's right. We can
share the screen.
Oh, that's all good, man. We can just flip a coin or something.
I wonder, are you sharing maybe that way?
Oh, maybe. Oh, shit. Let me see. Oh, here. All right, go ahead. Try it now.
Keep it up.
Do you
though,
see
just
the
don't lose it.
presenter invite?
I can see it. Let's see if this works. I wonder if no, it's not working. Go ahead.
All right, fuck it.
It's blocking it for some reason, and that I don't know why. So.
All right.
Womp womp. Oh well. That would have been fun though.
Yeah. All right. I'll do a quick draft order generator. Do you guys have a preference of where you want to pick?
Well, if yours is working, just do 100yardrush.com.
I don't want to. No, it feels like it's going to take too much time.
It takes 2 seconds.
What is it?
100yardrush.com. It takes literally 2 seconds. You just put in 6 and then you type our names in the first 3, go to the next screen, and then shuffle. You don't even have to shuffle if you don't want, really. It takes the same amount of time as using the generator because you have to type the names in still.
All right. Let's see.
It's podcasting at its finest right here.
All right. There we go.
Well, the people listening won't be able to. This won't be fun for them as we. It's more fun for the people watching. In the meantime, though,
I got it. It should be good. It should be going. Can you see it or no?
No.
Getting there. There you go.
Yes, there it is. Awesome.
Hold on.
Mike Dogg early lead.
There we go.
There we go. See.
All right, let's go. TK. Oh, Streetz, you suck. I don't want. I want third. I think I want thirds because we do this on a snake style. So 3.
Now I
and 4
just want to win though. Now it's just about a W. So
Yeah, it doesn't like it's like Caleb going to the Green Bay and getting that win. It might have cost 5 draft spots, but it's still more important to get that win.
That was so celebrating that fucking win was better than 7 draft spots. I don't care.
Undefeated in 2025. Just saying.
Let's go.
They're going slow.
Mike Dogg got the lead. I think Streetz is gonna come back out of nowhere like Pyomai coming back on that ass, dude.
They got to keep taking breaks every 5 steps. Is this like the rushers with COPD setting?
I was slowing down for you guys. I'm about to
Mike Dogg's got it. Where the fuck did TK go? He's way behind, fat ass. Mike Dogg, just step in the end zone.
Let's go.
There he is. Mike
right.
Dogg, Streetz.
Let's go.
All right, Mike Dogg is first. All right, we should be good. Bang. Oh, that was fun. All right, good call, Streetz. Good call. That was better than me just generating on my phone right quick.
No, that was electric. I feel like I want to do that more.
I feel like electric.
Anytime you guys want to bring $20 out and put it on there, I'm fucking in.
Shit. That sounds like a good time, actually. All right, Mike Dogg, we all know the rules. Let's get going, man. We got about 35 minutes to crank this bad boy in. So I'll start off number 1 overall. Mike Dogg, you are on the clock.
Totally not ready for this. Is this what we're doing? No, I'm just kidding. So I feel like there could be strategies in this futures draft. I feel like people need to understand that, like, you know, is like in anywhere in life, there's positions that are weighted more important than other positions, you know? So is it like the best tight end, is he weighted more than a top 10 quarterback still? You know? Like last year, Brock Bowers was insanely great. He was all-time best tight end season for a rookie, and Jaden Daniels was rookie of the year, right? And it wasn't even a question. Like everyone was like, oh yeah, no big deal. But Brock Bowers was the best rookie at his position by far in history, right? So with that being said, I feel like there's some weight in draft picks, right? No?
Yeah.
You still with me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I agree. Absolutely, bro.
So with that said, I am going to take Ashton Genty.
Word. Damn you.
With that said,
great pick. Clearly, number 1 most talented player in the draft. I mean, I think maybe not. Maybe a different player who hopefully falls to me at 3, but we'll see.
I am going to take. He just said it. You did a great breakdown of why I'm going to take Cam Ward. I'm going to take Cam Ward.
Cam Ward.
Yeah, I like that. It was between those two for me.
Yeah, well, the quarterback obviously holds a lot of weight. Andrew Luck, obviously. I mean, that's
a lot of weight. Dude.
I wish we did it. I wish we did it last year, man. There's a lot of talent last year. I digress. We're doing it right now. All right, Cam Ward, Genty and Ward. I wasn't about that anyways.
When was Andrew Luck? Was that 2012?
2012, dude.
13-year deep futures draft. I mean, I know we skipped some years due to some conflicts in interests or something. But either way, though, like, and then we were doing them before. That was Yeah, man. Holy shit. Long
Yeah.
time, man.
Long. And we were ahead of the game, like we said earlier. We were doing this shit
2012
before
doesn't sound
Barstool was
like-
doing it.
2012 doesn't sound like back in the day when I'm like, that's 13 fucking years ago.
That's back in the day. But
I
all
still
right.
hear 05, 06 and think present day.
Yo, the 90s are going to be 40 years away in 5 years. Yeah. All right. Back to positivity. My bad to bring us all down. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So you can see my picks. They're on the board. Picks 3. I got 3 and 4. Like I said, I was hoping to get the swing here. I got the swing. I got the players I wanted. As we said, you got to take 2 defensive players. So Abdul Carter to me was the easy choice. Duke could be a perennial all-pro edge. And then Travis Hunter. Who the fuck knows what you're getting out of him? But man,
I think you got to label him either defense or offense right now. That's bullshit.
I think that I think the Jaguar said he's going to be revolutionary and he's going to be the first ever to go both ways. Well, I'm sure there have been more to go.
Shout out Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go. Yeah, Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter, picks 3 and picks 4 for me for my first 2 overall picks. 2 first-round picks early, but yeah, I'll take it. Streets, back to you, bro.
I'm going to take. We got to do 2 defensive players. I'm going to take Will Campbell, or I mean Mason Graham to get that off the board. I'm reading a list. So Mason Graham.
Okay. All right. I like it. And the Mike Dog.
I got to go to round 2, though,
shit.
right? So.
Well, you don't have to go to round 2 right now. You get 4 total first rounders. So if you want to get them all out of the way right now, go right ahead.
Well, yeah, I mean, okay.
Do you like Mason Graham's landing spot?
Yeah, I love it. You want to know why? It's going to be very, very nice to play on the same defensive line as possibly the greatest defensive player in the NFL.
Am I going back to back here? Yeah, right.
Yeah, you get back to back, brother. You got the swing. Streets actually got the shit spot, dude. Being
2.
bitched this whole time, dude. Yeah, that sucks. But yeah, the swings. I like the swing.
Really? Good to know. With this pick, I think I'm going to. I'm going to take Omarion Hampton.
Nice. We went. That's good because we went real chalky up until. I mean, not that it's not a chalky pick, but we were real chalky as far as the top overall picks went until that one. Hampton's a big boy, bro. Great landing spot for him too.
Yep. And then after that, I am going to take Emeka Agupa.
Oh, okay. Loaded wide receiver room over there for Tampa Bay. I like it. He's going to replace Godwin will probably be gone next year, right?
Yeah. I mean, who better to learn from there? This is why. Also, we grade after 5 years, right? So we're not trying to it's not going to be who's great this year. We'll know who's better in 5 years.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's very apparent for sure. Like Streetz had that one year. He had 6 out of 8 of his players were Pro Bowlers. It's oh shit, I don't remember that who they were, but it was fucking.
I might have had you RG3 over Andrew Luck after year 1.
You did. You probably did. Yeah.
That went down real quick.
All right, my turn.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna go to a team that just seems to always have good defense and produces awesome defensive players. So I'm gonna take Derek Harmon. Also a great story from the draft night, but I mean a sad one. But I'm glad his mom actually made it till he was an NFL player, which is one of those bittersweet things. I kind of cried reading the whole thing. But I'm gonna take Derek Harmon, defensive tackle, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Streetz,
Nice.
I considered him last pick. I really did.
It's a good pick. The guy in the chat just said Bears should have taken him at 10th, best overall player at 10. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take who the Bears did take at 10. I'm going to go
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and take Colston Loveland. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pencil him in right there and be extra chalky with my picks. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to follow it up with my second defensive player in the draft. Oh man.
Look, you already got two. You can consider Hunter both ways.
I'm gonna. I'll take a third. I don't want to be. I don't want to be cheap. So I'll use Hunter the way he is, and then I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take Jalen Walker in the linebacker out of Georgia on the Falcons, and we'll see what this kid's got. And now I am officially out of first round picks.
So I have one more first round pick left.
Yes, sir.
I will. Is the max for defense 2? Or
No,
is
you
there-
can.
Okay.
No, you can take as many defense as you want.
Got it. I'm gonna take Michael Williams,
Nice.
and then I'm done in the first round.
Street's loading up the defensive side of the ball over here. Mike Dogg for 2.
I do love having the the 2 picks.
I gotta go to round 2 though, right? So
I like your defense. I like your defense there, Streets. Williams in San Francisco, Brown in Pittsburgh. That's Graham next to Garrett. You got some ballers.
I had a plan there in the first round. Now we'll see. It gets a little harder.
I'm gonna go to a guy who absolutely needs to be the guy for this squad because, yeah, I'm gonna go Shamar Stewart, edge going to the Bengals. They absolutely need him to be a dog, and so that's go be that dog.
Who?
Jeez,
Yeah, do
who
better
did you
than
draft
anybody.
again? Oh yeah, Williams. I'm sorry.
He's like Mikael Williams.
And then I'm gonna take Shador.
Ooh.
Because I thought he deserved to go a little higher than he went. Just throwing that out there.
No, he did. No. Teams were lighting draft picks on fire at times, whether overtaking him. It's ridiculous. I get it. It could be whatever. He's immature, kind of interviewed like shit, whatever it is. You were still lighting picks on fire.
The value of getting a 5th round quarterback, if he's great at all, I got a 5th round quarterback in my futures draft, and I'm going to argue that to the fucking bank.
majorly weighted right there, dude. Majorly weighted. Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna go with So I'm gonna actually take. Let's see. I gotta do 2 from the second round now. Okay.
Or further. I mean, you can take 4 third rounders if you want. They just have to be
Gotcha.
2 technically from the second round or beyond.
Gotcha. I mean, I'm gonna take Travion Henderson. No running back. By the way, Josh McDaniel's offenses have never had a running back that has not had a 20% target share. So, ever, by the way. So, like, this is 50, 60 catches he's going to have. So, hopefully that pans out. And he should get he's not your just typical receiving back, but he's just going to beat third downs only. So, hopefully that'll pay off.
Oh,
that's what I wanted. But I did like him. I wanted to. Fuck.
He blocks well, too.
He does block well.
I wanted him bad. I wanted him
Hey,
real.
so does our boy
bad.
from Rutgers. I just seen a blocking mixtape on him on Twitter. Bro, I was like, what? Look, I'm not even lying to you. Guy was blowing dudes up.
So it's a special teamer. So we got another special teamer. That's good.
No. Listen, all you need.
That.
I love Monty, but let's get real. Like, to play the Thunder role in Ben's offense, really though, like just go get 4.5 yards and don't fumble the football. That's what you got to do. And I think who says that kid from Rutgers can't do that?
Yeah, I mean, running backs could be undrafted. We always talk about this, which is why I was so confused why I wanted a running back so bad in the first round. Second round, I get, but the first round, I digress. All right. So who'd you take there? You took Henderson, obviously. So that puts me on the swing. Couple second rounders. Do I just go?
And you
do I
love
just-
to swing.
Oh man, I feel like I should do it. All right, fuck it. I'll try to win this draft. I'll take the easy way. All right, so give me Judkins and give me Luther Burden on the swing here.
Ooh. You son of a bitch. I honestly thought he'd sit there. I did.
Tim's going with the vaunted heavy Bears draft. That usually works well.
We're not having only our cousins grade this one.
Let's see.
Oh shit.
I
Just tight end.
I know I'm. Let's see.
A lot of players to choose from. You got like 256 to choose from.
I will go on this one. I'm gonna actually.
Oh man, I wish I had my pick back actually. I'm sure my guy's gonna get taken. Fuck. It's okay. Let's see if it happens or not. It'll be a
That's what I like
suspenseful
to
game.
hear.
It'll be a suspenseful game for me. Fuck, I had a
thought about
strategy.
Good.
No, you're fine. You're good.
I thought about going only running back. I did. I thought about taking Henderson like before, and I did. I was like, I'm just gonna grab all the running backs and be like, I was gonna grab Henderson and Judkins and be like, watch this move. How incredible would that be? Nothing but running backs. One of them breaks out.
You're hooping over there then.
I'm gonna go with R.J. Harvey.
Nice. Nice. The fantasy football community is up in arms about him.
Really? He's that dude, huh?
They're feeling him in these yeah, I'm in like 15 dynasty rookie drafts right now, and he's the wave right now, man. I didn't even know who he was before the draft.
Sean Payton's only taken 3 running backs in the first 2 rounds ever. Mark Ingram, Reggie Bush, and R.J. Harvey.
What round did he go in?
Second.
Late second.
Obviously, took.
Oh, that was my fault. When you said Sean Payton, I was on my Saints thing, and I was like, "Where the fuck do I see?"
Damn, my bad, chat.
Mile high now.
I didn't even see that. My bad. My screen got lower. I didn't even see the comment section. My bad. Yo, Lauren, what's up? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you being here. Squeegee again. Thank you for coming back, bro. Appreciate you. The Bears finally put a whooping on Green Bay. They need to pay for Mongo. Oh, gotta love Mongo, man. Gotta love Mongo. Oh, Jalen Walker bust. All right.
All right, boys.
Looks like a nice night.
I am gonna take Jaden Higgins.
Nice. That's a good pick. That's a good pick. I was between him and Judkins, honestly. I think that he's going to be a fucking really, really good player for the Texans.
I like to hear that. And then I'm gonna take Landon Jackson.
Landon Jackson
On the Bills. 3rd rounder.
Defensive end.
Edge guy.
What school did he play at?
From the University of Arkansas. 6'6", 264, monster boy.
Let's see.
Big guy. Big boy.
My turn?
Yes, sir.
Plus, I think Streetz was going to take him before he got back to me.
Let's.
How high was Landon Jackson on your big board, Streetz?
I didn't even make it that far on the big board.
All right. Well, now I feel worse.
People said the Bills had an A+ draft.
I can give you like 30 players and then 35 tops. And then it's like, oh boy. Let's see. I'm gonna go.
Well, me and you were talking about Landon Jackson with our second round pick, and he lasted to the third. Shows you what we know.
I'm digging my squad so far. I think this is the slam dunk steak dinner squad already, and I still got 2 picks to go. And I got some doozies coming. Some doozies.
No, I can't do that. I hate myself. So let's do.
You were gonna take Golden? You couldn't do it, huh?
I will take.
We're all out of first rounders, I think.
Oh yeah, I gotta go.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Let's go. I'm gonna throw Jalen Milroe on there.
Ah, you fucking son of a motherfucker! That was the fucking one that I wanted. Fuck!
I was hoping Milroe came all the way back.
Who's this guy? Mr. Balloons. Mr. Balloon Hands. No way.
Swear jar.
That one was a kick in the dick. I feel like I fucking cucked you on Burden and you came right back at me on this one. That one hurts, bro. That one hurts. I'm not going to lie. All right. Well, I'll have to reassess my plan then, I guess. All right. Well, the first one's pretty easy. Running back, Caleb Johnson, Steelers. Feel pretty good about that one. Oh man, I gotta reassess my situation now. That sucks. I was hoping I should have been better prepared because I should have assumed Milroe would go. It's a pretty solid pick right there. Let's do it. Fucking, let's do it. Let's go Cam Scattaboo, running back, as my last pick. So I'll go Scatterbo and Johnson is my last 2.
I will go. I'm actually going to go. I gotta just take a flyer. I want a big flyer here instead. So let's go Jarquez Hunter, running back.
Oh, where'd he end up?
The Rams.
Nice.
Kyron had a very, 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 very inefficient year, so that's something to watch out for.
All right. So Mr. Irrelevant's going to be up then right now.
I thought about taking the last player ever draft that's going to be born in the 90s, Tyler Shaw. Shaw?
Yeah, I think yeah.
I thought about taking him because we're never going to have a player born in the 90s drafted again. Isn't that crazy?
That's fucking crazy to think of.
Fuck, I had to play that because you just wow. That was
He's
it. The last
25.
The last
Yeah.
player taken
Wow.
born in the 90s.
Damn.
I feel like I should have said that earlier, so one of you guys would have drafted him.
I thought about drafting him later, but then I was like, oh shit, I'm already out of second round picks.
When they showed the clip of him throwing that horrible pass over and over, I saw on Twitter. I know you can't live and die by that one highlight, and I'm trying to force myself not to, but when I keep seeing that highlight, I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, they took this guy over Shedeur? And it's the Saints out of all teams, so I kind of chuckle at that.
Yeah. They should have taken Shedeur for sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to ignore injury concern because I really do think this kid would have been a top pick had he not had a bum knee. And with today's medical marvels, I think he'd be that dude. I'm going to take Will Johnson.
Will Johnson.
Nice
I
pick.
like that. I was out of the round. I couldn't do it, but I like that.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I thought about him as well, but I went cheap with the offense. Judkins, Burton, but Johnson could definitely be better. I'm thinking about. I kind of want to switch my Scatterbo pick for Jack Sawyer, man. God, he made such a great play in that Texas game. I want to go.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is the 2025 Futures Draft.
Come on, Tom, say it with me, you pancake eating mother.
Like this pick.
So write it down old school.
I'm jealous of Seattle. I wish I could coach this kid.
Nicely done.
Oh, love it.
By the way, I still to this day, Russell Wilson's girlfriend in that picture in that video is still one of the most funny things I've ever seen in my entire life, all time, right there. And good for Russ. Major. Wow, he upgraded big time too with Ciara. So.
That is a fact. Good stuff, boys. How you guys feeling about your drafts?
I like the draft. There. Should take more quarterbacks. That's just it. Should have just been all quarterbacks.
Oh. We lost him. Oh, that sucks.
Look,
yeah.
It's this technology, internet. Internet is.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
That's just the way that it goes with technology and internet. I don't know. We'll see. How long do we wait? 5 years, right?
I'm sure we'll be able to tell up to like 3 or 4, but yeah. So yeah, technically 5 is like the parameters of it, but we'll be able to tell after like 3 or 4 for sure.
Give or take. So I could probably play that clip for how I feel about this. We'll see.
I love my draft. I think maybe I went too running back heavy based on all of our dynasty fantasy football rookie drafts that we have right now. I kind of wish I took Captain Jack Sawyer instead of Cam Scatterbo, but yeah.
The thing though is if you like you just said 3 to 4 years, right? The running backs typically you'll probably see that quicker with them. Within those 3 to 4 years, you're going to see if they're great or not. Some of the defensive players and wide receivers, for instance, they could take a year or two before they get cooking, but or a quarterback, that is. So slower developing players running back might be smart in this if we were doing 3 years. So.
Well, Mike said he should have went quarterback, but quite frankly, this draft, who else are you going to take? Will Howard, Dylan Gabriel, Show. There's nothing. There's nothing in this draft intriguing. That's why I was like, when you got Milrow, I was like, oh man, that could be that late steal.
I love Cam Ward. This is no disrespect to him. He was the only one I really did love in this entire class. Shedeur, worth the flyer. You got to take swings in the NFL. You don't want to, I repeat this, you don't want to end up in purgatory.
Right.
It's the worst place to be. But outside of that, horrible quarterback class overall. People were, I don't think people realize this. I saw people arguing on Twitter. They were making fun of the Vikings or something about JJ. And I was like, JJ McCarthy, Bo Nix. You people realize they might've been the first pick in this draft. So I don't know why you're making fun of them.
Drake May, big time. Yeah, right.
All those quarterbacks would have probably been atop the board in this class. So
definitely. Definitely. It'll be interesting to see.
I
feeling
don't,
good about
next year we'll see how it goes. Book it. I don't think Arch Manning is coming out. So that's my.
Well, who's the worst team in the league?
I was looking at 2026 draft thingies or whatever. Like
The
right
Giants.
now,
The Giants still? Yeah, right.
The Giants are projected for that.
That's why I don't like the Jackson Dart pick, because if you're gonna be just that bad again, then you might as well wait on the quarterback, right? Like maybe you could develop Jackson Dart, sure. And I actually, none of us took Jackson Dart. I forgot about him, but you could develop Jackson Dart, sure. But if you're going to be that insignificant as a franchise again this year, why don't you just wait for the quarterback when you might potentially have the first overall pick with Arch Manning coming out?
But if he looks good in the second half of the season, once they bench Russ, or which it's going to happen eventually, if he looks good, then maybe you still get a top 2 pick, and you don't need a quarterback though. And then if he sucks again the next year, then you just refire it again. I always say you got to give him 2 years. But then if it fails, you just fire.
Right, but what if 2 years fails and you passed up on Arch Manning? Like, how do you do that?
There'll be someone else. I think in 2 years you're set up nice for Arch Manning though, because I don't think he's coming out. I've said this multiple times. The Peyton Manning has preached you have to have a certain amount of starts under your belt before you make the jump from college to pros. And Arch patiently waited at Texas, sat 2 years. Now he's going to take over a junior. I think he plays 2 years there, and then he goes to the NFL. We're just projecting him to be the top quarterback of the class. But I actually think
he's got less than 100 passes in college.
That's what I mean. So if he's going to listen to his own family, they're like, you have to play 20 games or something. I think what Peyton said, something crazy like that. You need at least 20 games under your belt before you're ready to make the jump to the next level. Money's not, they don't care about money. So it's not like he's jumping to get paid.
Well, you can make that in the NIL now, right?
Correct. And that family even needs it.
Were the rumors of him transferring to North Carolina true or no?
I don't think so.
Go play with Belichick over there.
You don't leave Texas money, man.
Yeah,
no, he's fine in
North
Texas.
Carolina.
Much better.
Not to go to a basketball school.
Yeah, no shit.
Any college football fan right now listening to this, I apologize. That would be insult, because to go from Texas to North Carolina would be such a backwards move. I don't give a fuck if Hoodie and his fucking $20 hooker is there. Yeah. I mean, that's Texas. Still holds some name value to some people. And got that big long oil money down there. That's right. Don't they got the most NIL?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They got a ton of money down there for sure.
By the way, this is the other thing about the Tyler Warren Loveland debate. Right now, projected to go in the first round is Drew Allard. So Tyler Warren has this past season was the only option on a team that has a first round quarterback. The only option. So
yeah, and who did Michigan have a quarterback last year?
He's not very good.
You don't want to know,
JJ
Mike.
Fucking McCarthy.
Not last year. They didn't. Last year they had
the year before. I said the year before.
The year before, yeah, but they're run heavy, and Rome Wilson. They weren't throwing just 10 bubble screens all game. Doom, 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 right down to Tyler Warren. But that's another big reason. I forgot who's Penn State's head coach now, but I saw something
James
about
Franklin,
or their offensive coordinator. Not him.
All right, you got me there.
Yeah,
not Franklin. Anyways, I got to pull it back, but I saw something wherever the offensive coordinator came from. His team had this monster season. They had players that had career years, and then when he left and went to Penn State, all those players that had career years they all fell apart. The offense went to shit and stuff like that. So no, I'm not trying to slam dunk on Tyler Warren. I'm not. But the Bears got the better tight end.
He looks like a baby face, I'll tell you that. Colston Loveland, I was like, this kid looks like he's 12 years old.
he does, dude. He's out there fucking what's that called, with a lasso and shit? Was he like a fucking Southern
Country
boy.
boy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
country
you came
boy.
from like a ranch or a farm growing up. So like,
Yeah.
crazy. I'm with it. But all right, boys, you guys got anything else before we ride on out of here?
nope. That's all.
Oh, good stuff, man. Good stuff. It was a awesome 2025 NFL futures draft. It was great to do it live on video. Feeling great about my squad. I look forward to a steak dinner, maybe some lobster, crab legs, a lot of Stella in 5 years from now. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, we probably got to take you for one before that to pay back the other one.
It was about
I'd say Streets.
oh shit, too funny. Well, yeah, this was a blast. We really appreciate all you guys for tuning in. Again, if you're watching, please hit the like button. If you're gonna listen later, you can go back. You can listen to us. It'll be up on Apple Music and Spotify. Just check out Game Breaker Sports. Check out the website GameBreakerSports.com as well. Again, triple header tonight, right after us. AEW Dynamite watch along. Right after that, the Get Show podcast. And as for us, we'll definitely try to be back next week. Do it again. What do you fellas think?
I'm in.
Good stuff. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
I'll be back. Yeah, let's roll.
That's it. We'll be back. Got a lot to talk about. Maybe
some nasty boys, baby. We're born on the bad side, and that means trouble for you, baby.
Oh, I love it. Put him in the pit, baby. Put him in the pit, dude. Yo, summer's coming. I'll be in a cutoff soon. Then we can really put him in the pits, dude.
Oh, sorry for the viewers.
Oh shit, we're gonna get real nasty this
Luckily,
summer.
they can't smell.
Maybe one day with technology we'll be able to put the odors through. Shit. But yeah, maybe next week we talk some NBA playoffs, very, very briefly, NHL playoffs. We got baseballs in the thick of things. Mike Dogg's Cubs are in first place right now, so I'm sure he's feeling good about that. So yeah, we got lots of sports we can go ahead and discuss, as well as other drafts and all the other good stuff. But again, really appreciate you guys for tuning in. We will be back next week. Stick around. AEW Dynamite watch along coming up next. But until next week, we out. Bang.
What's that?
I've got something for you.
You're gonna love my nuts. Why?